Okay, in this video, we're going to cover major scale, okay? Those of you who learned the C major scale already probably know this. But if you're new to scale, I want you to know what scale is. Let me explain about scale first. So scale is a pattern, okay? It's a pattern, but you must have A notes for this pattern. It's like basically a formula. So you gotta have 8 tones or 8 notes formed in a pattern of either whole step and half step. As you know, half step is the smallest unit in music when there's nothing in between the keys. So like if you're right next to each other for your keys, like for example, E and F is half step, right? C and C sharp is a half step because there's nothing in between the two. So these are called half steps, and scale is a pattern that has whole and half step in arrangement. Does it make sense? So whole step is when you got 2 half steps combined. So simply when you have a one key in between the 2 keys, that's called whole step relationship. For example, if you have a C and D, okay, there's one key in between these 2 white keys, correct? The black key comes in between. So the relationship from C to D will be whole step. So this was a quick review of half and whole steps. So let's go over the scale pattern and learn how they are formulated. Scale is actually divided into 2 equal parts. And each part is having exact same pattern out of 4 notes, okay? So let's start with the first part, which I'm gonna start with a C, which is Do, okay? Do, Re, Mi, Fa, okay? So these are the 4 notes considered as the first part, okay? This part is called tetrachord because pattern of each tetrachord is always same. It's made of whole step, I hope you can see it, and half step. So from C to D is whole step because there's one key in between. D to E is also whole step, but E and F is naturally what? Half step. We don't have a black key between these 2 white keys. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tones, okay, called tetrachord is the first part. Now, I'm going to introduce the second part, which is the same, okay? Another tetrachord starting on G, okay? So we have whole step to A, whole step to B, and half step to C. So it's how they're formulated in the same arrangement, whole, half step. So this is going to be your second tetrachord, the second part. And they're equal. So you got first tetrachord and second tetrachord, back to back. And they are connected here, okay, by a whole step if you want to really know the relationship. So this is what we call scale. Let me play all of them in a row, okay? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So scale is a pattern, okay, that has 8 tones. And they are made of whole step and half steps. They are supposed to go up first. Ascending scale. This is called ascending scale. So when you go up, okay, from the lowest to the top, which is called octave intervals. Everybody know what octave is now, right? So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It's a scale, ascending scale, starting on C. So this will be C major scale. Now, coming down from the top C, will be called descending scale. So C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So I just play my left hand C major scale for you. Here, if you are new to the major scale again, I want to just quickly review the finger numbers, fingerings you must remember and practice with. For left hand scale, ascending is starting on C obviously, and this is where we gotta try a technique called crossing fingers. So when you get to G with your 5-finger position, okay, now you gotta go to A, correct? And how are we gonna play A? By crossing. Okay, here's your thumb on G. Your 3 will cross over that thumb and play your next key A. So quickly your hand position will shift. So I want you to practice getting your C position first. And from G, cross your 3 over the G and play your A and quickly place your left hand to new position. I'm gonna call this F position if you wanna know, okay? So this is gonna be position you're gonna maintain for the second part of your scale, going up. Let me play again. C, D, E, F, G. now we're going to do continuously by crossing 3 over 1 and continue. There we go. And we'll reach to the top note, which is a C again. Now let's go down for descending scale. From C, we go down in the way you went up. Same order. So C, B, A. Now, we have a G to play, and maybe some of you might think, oh, I could go down to 4. No. This is where you're going to do the crossing again. Cross your finger under. Okay? So, because you crossed here, remember? Going up. Now you do same thing, crossing here. However, it's going to be under, thumb under 3. Okay, I know you probably know how to play this already, but like I said, if you're new to scale, please learn this first. And I suggest you start with the whole note, slow from each finger, and keep nice relaxed posture, and continue to go up, one tone at a time. And make sure you remember to cross when you reach here, okay? And so on. For right hand, we also use the crossing fingers, but it's gonna be from E and F, okay? We're talking about C major scale here. You start with the thumb, go 2, 3, and please watch me, okay? Your thumb will go under 3. So again, you go position also shift. It's okay from E. When you reach to E, you have to cross under, all right, and play the rest by your 5-finger position, and you're gonna come down. And remember, this is where you cross under for going up. Now we're gonna cross over. 3, finger number 3, will go over thumb to go down to next key E. So please learn the scales, okay? Hands separately, right hand, left hand. Learn them by heart and just work on the crossing fingers first. Thumb under and thumb cross over, okay? And once you learn hands separately, you should definitely practice hands together, okay? The both hand. On page 126, you do have the scales, okay? C major scales for both hand written on your grand staff. And again, like I said, start with whole note, half notes, and quarter notes. So ultimately, this is what I want you to do. Play your scales, both hands. I want you to memorize this fingering. Okay, very important. Let's quickly go to page 127. Scaling the Rockies. If you do not know how to play scales, you cannot really play this piece. So scale comes first. Practice them by heart every day, daily, okay, as a warm-up. And once you master the scale and the fingerings, please study this piece on page 227. Scaling the Rockies are all made of scales, okay? And we're gonna have ascending scales and descending scales. Simple piece. I'm gonna play for you, okay? Here we go. However, we're learning a name for 4/4 time signature. This is probably most commonly used time signature in music. 4/4. 4 beats per measure and quarter notes receive 1. We have a name, special name for this kind of time signature. It's called common time. The symbol C, okay, which stands for common time, is another way of indicating 4/4 time signature. So I'm gonna count in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's a 4 beats per measure. We got lots of 8th notes for your scales. So gotta make sure we count for the 8th notes here, which is half count. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and note is probably the last 2 measures. Here, we're moving octave high for your right hand descending scale. So you're playing your scales in your C position. That's your starting position. However, for the last scale you get to play, you gotta move up. Okay, your first note will be on high C. You go down and you finish with a little ritardando at the end. All right? Okay, very important piece to learn as a pianist. So please learn the scale first and learn this very simple, fun piece called Scaling the Rockies. Please record and submit online. Thank you so much.